What's up, everybody? Been kind of busy. So I want to talk about the court for a minute. I've had some interesting things happen. For all you Floridians out there, just so you know, I just filed a constitutional challenge on my School Board of Sarasota case because the judge has finally showed us, actually two judges, showed us exactly where they subjugated our rights and made it so that we couldn't defend ourselves. And that was in 1967. So in my case, I filed a declaration of constitutional challenge, and I went after the Supreme Court because they're the ones who did it. And according to the judge in the Supreme Court, the separation between actions at law and actions at equity were abolished. And according to the Florida Statute 34 and 26, actions at law and equity are still separated, which means the Supreme Court overrode and made their own law for the courts outside of the legislature. Basically, they acted as they were God. So I'm going after that. On the second note, I want to talk about the court structure. I was in a courtroom the other day, and the judge was a liar, and he was actually interrogating and acting in defense counsel for the defense in a case that I'm not involved in, and I was merely sitting in the stands, and he did what is called coming over the over the bar. So I want to talk about court structure. When you are in a courtroom, where the chairs are, where the people sit, that is the stadium. And you got to think of it kind of like tennis. So that's the stadium, okay? That is public. And you are in public when you are in the stadium. When you go across the bar is the knee-high wall, right? It's usually knee-high to thigh-high wall with the little doors, or maybe doors, no doors. But when you go across that, you are stepping onto the court. You are a player in the game, okay? So that's the court. The bench is where the judge sits up top. So you got the bar, you got the stadium, public, you got the bar, you got the court, and you got the bench, okay? And then you have the box. The box is the jury box. It's where jury deliberation happens. That's supposed to make decisions. When you are in a court of equity, or a circuit court, or a magistrate court, or a court where there is only a judge, a magistrate or a judge making decisions, you are in an equity court and you have failed to demand your right to trial by jury on all issues. Okay? Which means the judge becomes the jury. And when the judge becomes the jury, you are operating at equity. And it is not a fact. No judge can determine a fact. Only the people can determine facts at jury for deliberation, which means you are not at law. Okay? We got to start understanding this stuff, because this is how they're screwing us, and this is how they're punishing us. Okay? So I'm gonna hopefully get some more of these tidbits, but you need to start understanding how the courtroom's structured, and you need to start understanding what the proper terminology is. You know, for those of you who choose to fight or want to do something, or want to just take your rights back, because if you can't figure out actions at law are for individual rights, your rights as a person, as a human being, actions at equity is the public's desires and wants. So the question is, are you going to keep giving all your rights away to the public or to the judges that just stomp all over them. We don't get control of the courts. We have no say. And right now, for those of you who believe you have a Constitution and a Bill of Rights, if you don't have a court to actually enforce or exercise those rights, you ain't got nothing. Start thinking about that. God bless.